everybody, Chrispy Divine Central Mass Vapors. Welcome to another fabulous vlog with me and my vaping accessories and juice. Today's vlog is going to be a little bit of everything, which of course is why we call it a vlog, because if it wasn't a vlog, it would be a review or a juice time or something, but it's not. It's just a smorgasbord of information and opinion and a lot of goofiness, and let's get down right to it. So first off, I want to talk about an upcoming juice time that's going to be happening when I spend a little bit more time with the juice that I have, but I wanted to make a mention of this juice because I was very impressed when I got this stuff in the mail. I've been eyeballing it for a while now and you'll see why. When I finally got a couple of the bottles, I was super impressed by the packaging. The labels on these are super fantastic. Like I said, I have not spent enough time with these juices or let them steep enough to my liking to give you guys a formal opinion on the matter, but that doesn't stop the fact that we're going to look at how cool these bottles are. So the juice that I'm talking about is Oz Blends, okay? Oz Blends, they just got added on to Giant Vapes, not recently, but a little while back. They are going to go down in history as one of the best packaging or packages that I've ever seen. One of my all-time favorite movies, and I'm sure it's mostly everybody's favorite movie, and if you say it isn't your favorite movie, then you're either lying or embarrassed to say it's your favorite movie, or you really just don't like it, which is fine. Let's talk about it. It's called Oz Blends, okay? And Oz Blends obviously is, inspired by The Wizard of Oz. And, sometimes these gimmicks or the gimmicky type juices, could be just gimmicks, and then, what do you have if you don't have good juice? But so far, so good, from what I've seen and what I've smelled and what I've tasted. Me, I can't keep shit, I have to taste it right out of the bottle, because then how do you know if it needs to steep, right? So the first one we're going to show you is one called Munchkin, okay? You can see it right next to me, the bottle. As you can see, the color of blue and vibrant orange or gold Oz, where it says by Oz, and it has in the far back you can see the Emerald City, of course, and if you see, like when I turn it around like that, you can see their information here with the little hat, with the witch's hat with the milligrams of your nicotine. Of course, I have 3. And of course it has your Facebook URL, and it says blended and brewed in Virginia, so that's cool. So like I said, just packaging alone is fabulous. Again, I'm not talking about flavors right now. I'm not talking about how good it is or how bad it is or whatever. I'm just talking about labels, because again, I want to get to this juice and really taste it before I bring it to you. Excuse me. The next one blew me out of the water when I seen it. I was like, how perfect can you... It's just like you can tell that these guys spent a lot of time, really focusing on making these bottles look good. Check out this bottle right here again. Bam! Look at that beautiful, beautiful bottle. I'm looking at it right here. That was filmed separately. Just the shoes in the color of the Yellow Brick Road, and it's just called Ruby. Like, I love that. It's not like, some crazy, name, it's just like Ruby. It's like so perfect, Again, the Emerald City in the background, the gold Oz, you got that little hat with the milligrams and some information. It just pops out, and it makes me very intrigued to try it, okay? The other stuff, they have one called Tin Man, which again, the bottle is freaking amazing. When I get it, I will bring it in and show you guys. So keep an eye out for that. It's going to be a fun juice time, just because of the fact that it's going to be a lot of fun to be able to play along with the whole Oz theme. So I may have a costume, you never know. So let's move on, shall we? Alright, so the next part of this little vlog that we're going to talk about is Chrispy Divine hit the road and did a little bit of a day trip with Jeff. We went to Rhode Island, and the reason why we're going to Rhode Island was for a few reasons, but the main reason was because I wanted to check out some Rhode Island vape shops. I had never been to any of them in, any of the vape shops in Rhode Island, and I think it was definitely due time that I go and check out what Rhode Island has to offer. There are a few, well, there's more than a few vape shops in Rhode Island. It's a pretty big state. The Vapor Lounge, they are located right downtown Providence. So walking into this place, it definitely had that loungy vibe to it. It had the couch, it had the coffee table, like most, vape shops nowadays. I mean, most of them have, a place where you could sit and chill. I mean, a vape shop isn't just a place to go get juice. It's a place to, see people that you know and talk to people and show people what you have and, share opinions and stuff. I did get the impression that they haven't been there long, mainly because it didn't have a ton of stuff. And when I compare it to the other shop that I went to, I mean, they had nothing compared to the other shop. So again, don't take my word for it. They could have been brand new in there, and that's why. So they have the couch, and then they had this this corner glass display that had a couple things in it, and then they had their bar, that was cool. It's a nice wood bar. I don't know what kind of wood, and then they had a glass display here, like on the end of one side of the bar, and then a glass display on the other, and then they had their displays up with their juice. They had a nice, flip through book with all their flavors in it. So as far as all that stuff goes, it was great. You know what I mean? Like, it was very easy to find what I wanted and whatnot. I just was expecting, I guess, a ton of stuff, but some places don't keep a lot of stuff on the floor. And especially if you're a new company or a new place, maybe it's a new, a new location, they got to figure out what kind of stuff people want. But me being, a mod junkie and, a drip tip junkie and like all these things, like I wanted to go in there and do some damage, and I just couldn't. But I will get to what the positives were, which, again, the stuff that I talked about really wasn't a negative by any stretch. It just wasn't exactly what I was expecting when I walked in. However, the juice lines that they had in there, they had about, I don't want to say a number because I can't remember. So as soon as I see something that is like, ooh, to me, I'm like, I forget about everything else. So they had a juice line in there. I've seen them around on sites and stuff, but I'd never been in a place that sold them. And the name of the juice is it's Beard Vapor Company. Okay, so take a look at that. Basically, they both look like that. They all look like that. But this one actually has the really cool labels too. Like, they have this, I don't know the texture. It almost feels like, like if you go into a hospital, like the tape that they would use to like tape something on. Or you know what it feels like? Actually, like, when you, a tag on the back of your shirt, like if it was a tag, but it was tape. But it's really nice, really, really, really nice, good quality. They actually are kind of different, which I think is cool, is instead of having juice names, they have juice numbers. So I picked up the number 32 and the number 51. These guys make it in Venice, California, which is a lot of juice comes out of Cali. Normal stuff. There's really nothing different about the bottles except for the fact that I think the labels are really, really cool. So I'm going to save this for a juice time, but I'm going to be filming that today, so you will see it. But I wanted to share this, the whole experience of the vape shop. So that when I seen this, I was instantly intrigued. I did pick up 2 bottles, and when I asked them, when they told me the price, I was like, I almost dropped to the floor. I think that pricing was like $49 or something for 2 bottles of juice, and I guess they sell for like $24 a bottle. And I looked online, and I think I seen the 15 ml bottles were like $13, and then the 30 ml bottles were like $23.99 or something like that. But that's pricey for e-juice. So Rhode Island Vaping, that was the Vapor Lounge. Again, would I go back? Absolutely. Because one, if you sell vape juice that I like, or you sell anything that's vape related, and I'm in the area, I'm going to stop in to say, the people that worked there were really cool. The guy behind the counter was like, oh, nice box. It was my Rocket Chicken new box. And he was like, oh yeah, let me see that. Oh yeah. And we talked about that. So I had a really nice experience. Days later, I had tweeted about it that day. Days later, I got a tweet from them saying, hey, I hope you guys, or it was about going to Rhode Island, saying, hey, I hope you stopped by, we missed you, whatever. So again, vaping people, keeping it real, keeping close contact of their people that are going in and out of their shops, and social media, and doing it right. So that's awesome. So let's talk about another place I went to that day. We started driving. It started snowing. I hate driving. I wasn't driving personally, but I hate driving in a car while it's snowing. It scares the hell out of me. But I was determined. So we went to Warwick, Rhode Island, to a little vape shop called Sunshine Vape Company, I think. Was it? Sunshine Vape. Okay. I need vape. Man, that's good stuff. So Sunshine Vape is hands down like 100% different than walking into the vapor company, okay? This place, although did have a couch, it didn't have a loungy feeling. It was like full on in your face retail. This place probably had like 100 fucking mods, 4 billion drip tips, 1,600 million batteries, ice taste, VV, I taste, MVPs, 3.0s, 2.0s, God 180, 35 mechanical mods, box mods, unregulated. They had the only thing I didn't see in there, I swear to God, was like a hookah. And their whole entire wall was filled with juice. Their own personal juice line. They had Jimmy the Juice Man, they had Space Jam, G2, Moon Mountain Vapor, which I never see Moon Mountain Vapor in any friggin' vape shop. Cold Fusion, so many juices, okay? So instantly, I'm like, kid in a candy store, what do I do? What do I do? I'm totally pumped up right now talking about this. This is fun. People in there were super cool. The guy, the chick, I don't know who their names are. I apologize. I should be better at that, asking, but I just so like tunnel vision looking at the stuff. I'm all like in awe about it that I didn't ask, but constantly like, hey, do you need help? Do you want to see that? You want me to take it out? Oh, that's pretty cool, blah, blah, blah. You know, instantly you start to get like a rapport with these people. And I thought that was really, really cool. You could tell that they had something invested in this place and they wanted you to feel like welcome. And they absolutely did. I ended up buying 2 Sony VTC5s, which I was very leery about because I know it's hard to get Sony VTC5s, and in my brain I'm thinking, why do I even need them? You know, I have plenty of Sony VTC4s, VTC3s, those, you know, the Samsung 25Rs are good, you know, the eFest 35 amps have been really good working for me, but I think it was just like, ooh, green Sony, I want it, and I asked them, I was like, are they legit? I mean, do you know for a fact that they're legit? Oh yeah, da da da, and I just believed her, and I've been trying them out, and they've been working fine. I mean, I'm not like a 0.04 sub-ohmer. Really, really, really happy. I ended up walking out of there with 2 of the Sonys and a 15 ml bottle of Andromeda. And those friggin' VTC5 set me back like 18 bucks a piece. And I was like not expecting that. So when she ever said it was like 50 bucks, I almost like passed out. I should have said, I don't need them, because like it was just not right for me to spend that kind of money on batteries. I mean, that was pretty hardcore, especially I know that I could find group buys that have good batteries. I can go on the website and find you know, a pair of Sony VTC4s for like, you know, $16. That's for 2 of them. I mean, it was just ridiculous. But again, not their fault. This is, you know, people are going to buy that stuff, so more power to them. I don't think it was gouging me by any stretch. They're hard to get, you know, if it's the real deal and everything. So but Sunshine Vape really did me, really made me happy. It was a lot of stuff to look at, a lot of really important people, really a lot of really nice people. When we walked in there, there was 1 person. When we left there, there was probably like 15 people in there trying juice, having fun. I mean, it was just a good time. Thank you guys for having me. I had a really good time in both shops. I can't wait to come back and check you guys out and see what new stuff you have come in. And to be honest with you, I'd probably drive down there just to buy this stuff and you know, and go in there and spend $24 on a bottle of juice. I know it seems crazy, but once you see the juice time on this, you'll understand why I love it. But thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed my little vlog. I hope it wasn't too long-winded for you. But anyway, I appreciate you as always. Keep vaping. Peace.